know. So anyway, we're going back to Lojza's map. Sorry about that, folks. He does have a really kind of awkward peanut, to put it in T90's words, of a wood line that he's put a lumber camp on, and that won't actually last very long. But looking at the remainder of his resources, he actually has a nice back main gold and two stones that are fairly defensible as well, in the back of his base.
Yeah.
His deer are also pushable right to his TC, but right now the only concern I see really with his map is the wood lines not the greatest, that's for sure. And I don't know if he actually scouted the other wood line. He did somewhat, but he still chose to go with the one to the left, which is an interesting decision. Looking at
Yeah.
Chris's map. Oh, anything else you want to add about Loisa's map?
No, just his bush is kind of forward, and it looks decently wallable as well. He
Yeah, it
wants to
almost
wall up.
almost looks like he's if he drops a barracks or something, he might be able to turn that front into a pretty defensible situation. Shifting over to
Definitely.
Chris's map. Do you see anything there?
He's got the gold pretty defensible as well, I would say, and that stone at the back. But the wood line he chose is interesting. It's another smaller wood line with that oasis in the middle there.
Yeah, every time you see the water, it kind of really screws up those nice, neat wood lines that players like to see. Also has the forward berries, and he's also pretty open on the forward side. Although if he goes forward
So
far enough, he could manage to close it off later in the game. His deer,
just
a bit
not
far
as
away.
pushable. Yeah, not as pushable as Loise's.
But we'll see. Both players now scouting each other out. I don't think we're going to see any laming here, since both boards are
No,
already in from Chris, and both boards are already in from Lojza. Chris just turning back from Lojza's TC, actually. He has to make
yeah,
sure he doesn't lose that scout. It's really, really valuable, and it looks like he's actually going to kind of lame the villager,
yeah.
just
Try to
delay it a
delay the
bit.
barracks. Yeah,
It's pretty annoying when players do that to me anyway.
yeah.
It's pretty game changing when they do it to me, actually. And it also looks like Lois is going to go into the Drush, obviously, drop the barracks. I would have thought that barracks would have been a bit farther forward from Loiza, up on that hill, to maybe
Yeah,
connect with the wood line.
hitting
And
that wood. Oh, he's walling now to the wood line.
yeah, he's walling. Maybe he wanted that villager to be safe
Yeah,
when building the barracks, or he's just going to wall directly to the berries themselves. He is pushing the deer now, which will give him a nice little eco bonus over Chris, although a bit sloppy to shoot it behind that tree, but it's not a huge deal.
yeah.
Chris not going for the drush.
Yeah, he's. Oh, looks like he might. He's gonna put up a barracks now. Looks like a villager going.
Yeah, but he's already halfway to feudal age, so
Yeah,
it's probably looks like he's gonna go scouts.
that would be my guess. Yeah, scouts.
Drush coming in now for Loiza. He's got 3 militia. Scout going forward. The scout is at full HP, so it's gonna be Chris is gonna have to wall some of his villagers here and make sure they're safe. If he's not careful, Loiza actually might be able to create a lot of idle time for Chris. But by the time this Drush comes in, he'll be going into feudal age. Probably drop a stable right there next to the barracks. You can see the villagers ready there. And he should quick wall this berries here.
No, it doesn't. But
Doesn't
no
look like
archery
he's
range
going
going up.
to. Archery range, wow, I didn't see any on gold, so is he going skirmishers then? I was
Must
looking
be.
for villagers on gold there, but I didn't see any.
No, he doesn't have any on gold. He's sending more to wood. Must be going skirms.
Chris actually did a pretty good job here taking down the scout. One of those militia is at 6 HP, the other one is at 33, and another one at 27, so the Drush is only going to be good for really causing idle time at the moment. And to be fair, Lojza did cause quite a bit of idle time with those 4 villagers chasing after it. More archery ranges coming down from Chris. It's
He's
really
pumping
weird
out
that,
an archer.
yeah, but he has no where's the gold income for archers? I guess a couple archers and then, or one archer and then skirmishers?
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if Lojza notices this, oh, Lojza's walling up the whole map, okay.
Oh yeah.
Lojza is making an ambitious wall here, right to the edge of the map, and it's going to be really hard, even if Chris wants to go forward and raid with skirmishers, it's going to be really hard to get in because skirmishers are notoriously bad against fortified stone or even palisade walls. It's absolutely awful. Drush is going to get cleared up here. And is Lojza going to put any feudal pressure down? Looks like he's going to...
Double archery range blacksmith coming up at the front.
Mm-hmm. So he might make just defensive units and try and get up to Castle Age faster than Chris. That's probably what he's planning. Chris, meanwhile, going forward with that one archer and the 4 skirmishers. I don't know how much damage he's going to do. I mean, he has the scouting on Lojza, so he knows what's going on. He knows that Lojza is pretty much walled up here. And if he tries to go around the other way, he'll find that palisade wall pretty quick. Trying to pick off some villagers here. He might actually know that Ville's going to get away.
He's not going to get even one. Second archery range trying to come up.
He might not even get in here, but he is going to delay that second archer range. Good quick walling from Lojza.
Yeah, and he's going to save that Ville too.
These villagers
and Lojza's up to Castle Age now, so...
Yeah, so Lojza went true Drush fast castle. And I'm looking at Chris's resources right now, and he is not... He's quite a long way away from Castle Age. He just now put 4 on gold. Still pumping out the skirmishers. He's probably going to stop making skirmishers just so he can go up. But he's going to be at least like 3 minutes behind anything that Lojza can do. Meanwhile, looking at Lojza's resources, how do they look? No food, but lots of gold, lots of wood, so he's going to have the cavalry archers coming out in the
he'll
Castle
pump them
Age.
out of those 2 stables real quick.
And this is how we see how inept skirmishers are against palisade walls. I think I'm going to go get a coffee. Just wait for these skirmishers to get into this wall, because... Chris, it's going to take a while, buddy. He's getting wheelbarrow now. And fletching. Which will no doubt help in their efforts to break through that wall. He might actually be able to put on some good pressure, though. I mean, I feel like Lojza needs a knight or something to deal with these skirmishers, because he's going to cut off the production from those archer ranges once he actually gets in here.
And he's got Vills forward now from Chris as well.
Well, he almost has to, right? Like, he knows how far behind he is, and he's dropping a tower. Siege Workshop coming up from Lojza now. Oh, nice quick walling, nice gate. But you know what? Nice. Skirmishers can just walk right under this TC.
Yeah, and they kill those cav archers right away.
And he's got the 3+1, so he's just gonna go right under the TC and straight to the woodline. He already has... How did that ninja archer already get to the tree line there?
I don't know.
It was there when the skirmishers came around. Like, that is some kind of stealth archer right there. I didn't see it go at all. I might be blind, but...
Oh, here comes the mangonel, though.
Yeah, but, I mean...
Oh.
You know what? Chris has actually done quite a good job here with these skirmishers. Getting in, dropping 2 towers now. Which, is going to help him a lot in map control. And he's really harassing that one wood line. His second tower almost covers the one side of the other wood line. Big mangonel shot coming in here. Nice attack ground from Lojza, taking out 3 skirmishers from Chris. And I want to check Chris's resources. Still not close to going up to Castle Age.
No.
I think if he idles everything, he might be able to click up in maybe like a minute and a half, but really tough for him.
Villager.
Ooh, Lojza's doing the right thing here. He's sending these cavalry archers out to raid Chris's base. Chris sees that and he has to come back. He's got to come back with his villagers too, although he's sending them forward again. No, he's coming back now. And Chris, I think Chris needs to wall up or something at home just to prevent these cav
Yeah.
archers from coming in and being a real nuisance. Or maybe build up a few skirmishers back there. But meanwhile, in Lojza's base, wow, we missed a shot here. Sorry about that, folks. It looks like
Oh
Lojza's
wow, I see it
Mangonel
now.
cleared up Chris's forces there. I mean, Chris forced a lot of idle time. He killed about 3 or 4 villagers with these armies here. The Vill lead now 11 villagers ahead for Chris. And his resources are actually looking quite good here. But we'll see how
Yeah,
much
he's gonna click up soon.
raiding Lojza can do on him. Chris has the hill advantage here. And he's being sure to focus down the weak cavalry archers. Every cav archer that Lojza loses here is a big loss to the raiding capability.
I feel like Lojza needs to get Bodkin. He doesn't have Bodkin yet.
Can he afford Bodkin?
Oh,
No, he can't.
He
No,
doesn't have the
his
food income.
his economy is so imbalanced at the moment. I mean, he's purely focusing on pushing out cavalry archers and mangonels, but as we said before, those wood lines are just really bad for him, so he can't even get the wood production up. He almost needs to like lay down a market and spend all that gold. And Chris has done a really nice thing here, laying down the 3rd tower, denying that other wood line for Lojza, and Lojza's gonna have trouble. He's gonna have just this one wood patch in the back that he can go to. Lojza's sending more archers forward, more cavalry archers forward to raid, and Chris is on the way to Castle Age. His first raiding party kind of being cleared up in the back there. Who do you think has the advantage here, Cartman?
I think right now it's Chris. If he can delay the raids until he gets to Castle Age, I think he has the more stable economy as of right now. Because, like you said, his economy is so imbalanced, and he still can't afford Bodkin at all. And I think Chris will be able to afford Bodkin and right away, and then he'll be able to take the fights, I think. But he has to keep the raid out until then.
He also has to be worried, I think, Chris. There's a certain point where cavalry archers, they get massed to like as soon as you
Yeah.
get above 20, really
Yeah,
hard to take
it's-
them down. So it's going to be that production, I think.
That's true too. So he has to pick off as many as he can.
I think he also has to hang on to his initial forces. He can't lose them all in one fight,
Yeah.
because once he gets them upgraded, I mean, he has enough. He could go crossbow Bodkin right away and then try and clear
Definitely.
up these forces. And Lojza's doing... I think this is a bad decision from Lojza to come in here.
He's losing. So 3 archers.
And he's going to get
4
trapped in. Look at this.
for
Oh
nothing.
no, Lojza.
Yeah, that was bad.
You're going to
That's
lose so
exactly
many
what
for
Chris
nothing.
needed
And
to
some
happen.
good quick walls there from Chris. He didn't quite get it all the way across. But Lojza lost half his army, and he only killed, what, like an archer? A skirmisher? I don't even know. He didn't kill that much. And Chris's towers are really preventing Lojza from getting his full economy going. He does have another TC, but it's in a pretty bad spot in the back of his base. It's safe,
Yeah.
but not the most efficient. Mangonel coming in here for Lojza, trying to get a shot, but Chris dodges around. Another attack ground from Lojza, but the hills make it really deceptive when you're trying to do attack grounds.
Yep. Oh, that's a good shot there, though.
Oh, this could be a good shot! Damaged a lot of units and killed about 3 or 4 skirmishers with that shot. Another Mangonel coming forward from Lojza, but look at the cav archer numbers are not building up, and Chris, as you can see, the military advantage. He has twice as much military, and he's got 3 more villagers. And if I look at the economy, his economy is far more balanced. I mean, you look at the gold from Lojza, and he's got 800 gold.
And not only does he have Bodkin, he also has a defense upgrade over Lojza as well. So he can take these fights probably pretty easily. But 2 mangonels from Lojza, some big shots could make a huge difference as well.
Yeah, that's what the mangonels are good for. I mean, they're slow. You can't really gain map control with them. You can't leave them exposed, but when it comes to these big fights, especially against crossbows,
Yep.
can be a game changer, and it's going to be really hard for Chris to take these down if Lojza actually defends them with his own cav archers. And he's coming in. Oh, some big
Ooh.
shots there from
Ooh.
Lojza, but the hill advantage for Chris is too strong. More big shots from
Ooh.
Lojza, but once again the hill advantage.
Yeah, he's gonna hang on to that hill.
And I think Chris might be able to pick this one off with one cav archer. It's at 2 HP. Chris! Chris! Come on, buddy. You know it's at 2 HP. Come on, Chris. Snipe it. Come on. One cav
There he
archer
goes.
going forward.
Oh, he hit the
Ah!
wrong one. He hit the wrong
No!
one. There it goes.
There it goes, and he saw that, and he actually might kill the second one there.
Yep, there it goes.
And
Still 2 more for Lojza.
yeah, but you look at the damage Lojza's actually done, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cav archers lost for Chris, 3 for Lojza, and 2 mangonels. And maybe a crossbow tossed in there for Chris. So in those fights, I'd give the hand to Chris for win-loss. And Chris actually has 2 more TCs up now. He's got a bit better wood lines than Lojza does. Lojza's forced onto the front here, but that's a really vulnerable position. And Lojza's actually going forward with 4 villagers as well.
Oh yeah. And Chris just got bloodlines as well.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a really big advantage.
Oh, but these cav archers he sent in there are probably gonna get picked off.
Yeah, it
Oh
was.
no, he's. Boys are choosing not to go after them because of the tower, I suppose.
I feel like it was a good idea to send them in, but Lojza countered that pretty well. Also, I'd expect more cav archers from Chris. I'm surprised he only has 8, with a couple coming up from the rear as well. And Lojza's trying to attack ground these cav archers. Oh my god! The triple attack ground from Lojza, and he took out 6 cav archers with 1 shot, wounded the other 2. But Chris, this lone cav archer doing work on these mangonels here. Lojza is now repairing. And Lojza's actually, see how desperate he is for wood? He's laying down a TC in the very middle of the map on that tiny little island of wood.
That is not the best wood.
I feel like this third tower for Chris on that one wood line is like the unspoken MVP of this game so far. Because it's just denying that whole area, and I'm sure Lojza would love to come over here with some siege if Chris ever goes away. Just clear up these towers. He's trying to hit the crossbows from Chris. Chris is nimble like a fox, and he's getting out of there.
And Chris making at least one knight. He's got one knight out to try to pick off the mangonels.
I think that's a good decision. I think it really is a good decision because Lojza seems intent, and it's almost as if Chris knows that Lojza's going to come around to raid here with these cav archers and leave his mangonels exposed. And you might actually see this knight go around this wood. Try and come behind there. He's getting elite skirmisher. He just got it actually. And he's laying down a siege workshop of his own. He's also getting ballistics and thumbring and horse collar just now coming in for Lojza. Pretty late.
A big fight here. Chris is running away from it a little bit, but
yeah, but Chris has the elite skirmisher, and with the hill bonus,
yeah,
they're so strong, especially without bloodlines.
The knight will pick off that mangonel. Yep, there it goes. So good fight there by Chris.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate too because bloodlines was just coming in for Lojza, and he really should have waited before if he was gonna pick that fight. Should have waited until Bloodlines was actually in. Handcart coming in for Chris now, and the villager number is 15 to 7 or 15 ahead. Sorry, 87 to 72 in favor of Chris. But Lojza coming around to raid now. He might actually kill a few on the stone and the wood line if Chris isn't careful here.
And he's not seeing it. He'll see it now. He got one villager, but he's putting him rest in the TC, and Lojza's running away.
I feel like that wood line could become a pain in the butt for Chris if he just lets Lojza keep coming into raid. Nothing going on in the middle of the map, really. I mean, Chris seems content to just kind of sit here. I think he knows from the score and from the harassment he's done that Lojza is far behind in villagers. I'm not sure if he also sees, he does see that TC and he's going to go forward with the Mangonel with the hill advantage. Probably try and hit that TC there. Also, castle coming down from Chris.
Oh, yeah.
In a pretty defensible location. He really wants to control the middle of that map. And he's actually going in with skirmishers as well. Lojza, like I said, bringing siege around to destroy those towers. He really wants those towers down. He made a ram just for that purpose. They are very, very annoying to him, and I'd love to see Chris somehow kill that ram and make Lojza have to make a few more.
No.
Lojza raiding on the northern side as well. Chris does have a tower there. You see towers all over Chris's base for defense. Nice, solid defense move.
Oh, it might get to this backwood line though.
Yeah, I think if he does it the right way, he could cut off a lot of villagers here, but it looks like he's going from the back way. Let's see if he sits in between the TC and that wood line. He's going to pick off 3 villagers, I think.
The 3 down. Oh, but he's not putting those farmers in the TC. There they go. He's going to lose one of them.
Yeah, he needs something back here, and yeah, he's coming back with the cav archers to clear that up. He really doesn't like that. Also, another defensive castle coming down in his base.
Yeah. And he's trying to push on this front TC, maybe? Chris is? And Chris is up to Imperial now.
Yeah, he's been playing it safe. Ever since he got into the Lojza's base with those skirmishers, he's been playing it safe all game. And it looks like he's going to continue this.
Ooh, nice attack ground there by the 2 mangonels from Chris, but now he lost one.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose that second one too, but he took a mangonel from Lojza. He might take another one. Oh, nice fight by Chris. Really good trade-off there by Chris. I mean, every unit that Lojza loses at this point is hurting him a lot more than it hurts Chris.
And Lojza's trying to buy his way up to Imp now. He just sold a ton of wood.
Yeah, he's still lacking the food, but he should be going up pretty soon here. But look at Chris. I mean, he's getting...
Chris is going to find this TC at the top of the map, it looks like.
Oh no, which Lojza's building with 1 villager. Oh no. That villager will be GG in just a second here. And all of the resources put into that TC as well are going to be gone from Lojza. Good scouting by Chris. If you look at him now, though, I don't know if Chris already has... No, he doesn't have light cav upgrade yet, but he has gotten the +2 cavalry archer, and he does have a lot of stables down, so he's obviously used to the Imperial Huns War, which is usually defend with cav archers and go in and raid with hussars. So, oh, Lojza trying to drop the gate in that.
Get the gate down.
No, but he didn't get it down in time. That was a really nice idea, so the cav archers would have trouble ranging his vills, but he didn't get it down in time, and now he's picking off a lot of villagers here on this wood line.
Boys are trying to put a defensive castle up in front of that TC.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long that's going to last if Chris actually makes some trebuchets here. We'll see if he is.
Chris is putting a very aggressive castle
Oh my goodness.
now, actually.
I think very aggressive is an understatement, right in the middle of Lojza's forward base here. And it's going to be almost within range of Lojza's castle. And Lojza sees this.
Oh,
and the legendary Chris looks like he's going to take this game. Really smart play by Chris. Like, really, really smart. In Feudal Age, I thought, you know, he might be at a disadvantage because Lojza was up so fast, but Chris played it really, really smart.
Yeah, that attempt at raiding from Lojza when he was in castle, and he lost all those cav archers for nothing. I think that's what really decided the game.
Yeah, he ran in with those cav archers, and it just wasn't great. So as you can see, most of the advantage was for Chris here. Villager high, 10 ahead, but most of the game he was even more ahead.